Hello, everyone. My name is Oksana. It's Road to Edoverse, weekly Edoverse Insider, the 70s. We deliver the news about the creation of our project Edoverse. And as usual, Tokugawa-san, could you please open the session today?
Okay. Yes, thank you, Oksana. Hello, everybody. This is Eihiro Tokugawa speaking. For the next couple of weeks, I would like to talk about shomin bunka, culture or entertainment for ordinary people in Edo. Ordinary people meaning more commoner than samurai. And first, I would like to talk about kabuki, which is probably among the best known element of Edo culture that survives until this day, pretty intact. But now, you see, during Tokugawa times, it was not called kabuki, though. It was more shibai or kyogen. And so simply as play, because there were no Western style theater back then. Now, and then how did it start? We talk about kabuki now, and before that, I talk about the culture for commoners in Edo. Is that you see, Edo culture flourished. Most of what we think of as distinctly Japanese is from Tokugawa times, and a large part of that would be the non-elite culture. And then you think of today's Japan, what we do produce, it's like movies. If they're successful, they're mostly derived from manga. As growing up in the 1970s, we were frowned upon simply reading comics, even though they were written for children. But with my generation, grown-ups started to read comics, manga as well. And now it is one of the cultural or media to represent Japan. The same could be said of anime. You see, of course, Americans, Hollywood has Pixar and Disney and so on. But what's interesting about Japan is that anime is great while ordinary movies are not so great. So everything moved toward the non-elite or the peripheral culture and cultural forms of culture. So, and this, you could say, has been the case since Tokugawa times. So this vast terrain of subculture or popular culture emerged roughly at the end of the 17th century in the city of Edo. And we start discussing this with kabuki. Okay, and you see, you take an ANA flight. The safety instructions are given by kabuki actors. And it's very strange, but this has the merit that it is so strange that you cannot take your eyes off of the screen. And yes, so it started as entertainment where half the audience could neither read nor write. So it is about exaggerated action, speech, and really, how should I say, surprising appearances. And that survives to this day, and it is still very appealing. And some people would see the kabuki actors in their costumes and makeup in nightmares. But the term kabuki comes from being not straight or tilted, and this was a description for the young men who appeared in the end 16th century to beginning of 17th century in Kyoto. And they were called kabukimono. Strange fashion, strange behavior. So you could say that people were sensing an end of an era of the, created by Oda Nobunaga and Toyotomi Hideyoshi. So I think there was a lot of freedom, or to be more precise, anarchy in the period, culminating in the Japan's invasion of Korea. But so all of that was coming to an end. And I think many samurai or would-be samurai or, would-be tenkabito, the conquerors, could see that the era of limitless ambition was coming to an end. So, and then in 1603, legend has it that a woman named Izumo Okuni started this kabuki dancing, and so this was a form of dance and theater that absorbed the strange movement, costume, and behavior and speech of the kabukimono, the young men of the time. And what's interesting is that Izumo Okuni herself was half actress, half courtesan, which is not supposed to be shocking to Europeans because the mixture of sex work and theater were merged in Elizabethan England, if I'm not mistaken, and probably all over the place in Renaissance Europe. And then, and roughly at the same time, there was the Wakashu Kabuki, where young actors performed on stage, and then when they're not acting, they sold their sex to men. So what's shocking the world all over right now with the Johnny's enterprise? So it has a very long pedigree in Japan. And so this, so actress prostitutes and well, young actors, also male prostitutes on stage. This was the cultural scene in Edo, Kyoto, and Osaka in the first couple of decades of the 17th century. Now, and the shogunate started to control all of this. The main reason was that the samurai spectators got so excited and they started to kill each other trying to grab the actor or actress they so desired. So you see, most of society was still suffering from PTSD of the long Civil War. So any form of entertainment could lead to riots and, well, wholesale violence. And so the Tokugawa regime started to control theaters as well. So the famous kabuki theaters in Tokugawa times all were licensed by the shogun, interestingly. And so it was, and as time passed, it got more and more regulated. And at the same time, you see, the shogunate made sure that the kabuki theaters would keep on running even when they got into dire financial trouble. So it means that the theaters could cause trouble, but at the same time, the kind of entertainment was necessary as a part of the governance of the major cities, in this case, Edo, Tokyo, Edo, Osaka, and Kyoto. So the shogunate understood the principle of supplying both bread and circus to the people for domestic peace. Okay, so more on this topic in the next 2 or 3 weeks. Okay, and I think that's enough for this week. And thank you, Oksana. And bye-bye, everyone.
Thank you very much, Tokugawa-san. It's very, very interesting. Thank you very much. And JJ, could you please join us? Hello.
Hello. Hi. Thank you, Oksana. Hi, everybody. Currently, the market of cryptocurrency is getting stronger and stronger day by day and week because of BlackRock spot ETF is applied to SEC, and they might seem to be approved quite soon. I don't know, within 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, I'm not sure. But definitely the means is BlackRock is a kind of certified institutional funds, by the USA. And then if there is the possibility to be denied, definitely BlackRock, wouldn't apply for spot ETF, right? But they applied spot ETF to SEC. Means like it definitely be approved quite soon. So once BTC ETF is going to be approved, then based on the previous gold price, I think BTC is going to be around, not sure, 110K USD. So 4 times bigger than the current price. So it's, I think, quite nice time for all of you guys to, come into crypto space, of course, including Denny. And welcome to Edoverse anyway. So we are currently, keen on launching the alpha version of Edoverse around July 1st. Then already I had a discussion with Segwin team in detail whether, what types of avatar we can choose and how we can put some items as an equipment to our users and avatars and so on and so forth. And one thing I'd like to update and share is this alpha version is going to be launched but it's a launch for 24 hours because we need to avoid any kind of data pressure and server pressure. So it's going to be a launch, for example, like Tuesday, for example, Thursday around 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. and then weekend around I'm not sure 6 p.m. or 8 p.m. I'm going to discuss with our team, but anyway, like the launch type is going to be like that. So not launching for a whole day. So just be careful, and then please keep an eye on our announcement. But anyway, I think there's some no how to say, it's going to be quite going well. And then July 1st or around, we can make an announcement. And then all of the lands holders and then could be katana holders as well can join us and then experience our advanced alpha version space. So please stay tuned and then please carefully listen to our announcement by July 1st. Yeah, that's enough from my side. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, AJ. And Mitsushi, hello. Could you please join us?
Very quick update. As the previous speaker mentioned, that BlackRock submitted an ETF, followed by a lot of financial institutions, is a very positive news and positive trend for not only BTC but also other cryptocurrency as well. And also last week there were several interesting news that like Mercedes-Benz, the automobile companies, announced that they were carrying out the experiment that when the user connect their wallet to the car, they can show NFT inside the car as a gallery. That sort of interesting experiment is currently implemented by Mercedes-Benz. I think that is great news for NFT in the space in general. And this week also we will have Kyoto IBS. A lot of crypto-related people will be visiting there. I think a lot of people and also delegation representative from Edoverse team will be there, I think. And I think it's a great opportunity for us to expand this business as well. That's all from me. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mitsushi. And Martin, well, how are you doing?
I'm doing very well, thank you. Fascinating contribution from Tokugawa-san this week, the bread and circuses concept. I think obviously relates to what we're trying to do in the futuristic Edo, in the Edoverse, because we're going to have to find lots of ways to keep people entertained. I mentioned before that I'm very interested in these traditional Japanese games and sports and pastimes. Sumo, for example, kyogi, karuta, these kinds of things really spark my imagination. And I think we're going to find lots and lots of ways for people to entertain themselves in the Edoverse. Hopefully they won't be hacking themselves to death over the affections of actresses. But yes, it is a very exciting prospect. In terms of the general news, I think we're seeing a very rapid decline of the value of the yen against the dollar, which probably isn't that good for the Japanese economy as a whole, but for us, I do think it's going to make our cryptocurrencies even more attractive to outside investors. So fingers crossed that's going to have a positive effect on the business. And regarding what Gen was saying about July the 1st, I'm very excited about that because it means we're kind of getting closer to that phase where we can really start to do lots of PR and marketing, especially overseas, and generate more interest from outside of Japan. It is difficult to execute that while it's a closed system and people from outside can't join in. But as soon as that is an option, we're going to have a lot of interest. We've got an interview lined up with Tokugawa-san and Kurata-san soon with a YouTuber, so that's going to be phase one, and I think there are going to be lots and lots more coverage in the future, so please stay tuned for that. I'll update you in the weekly when it happens.
Great, thank you very much. And Shunta, do you have any news for us today?
Oh, hello. I have a great important news for everyone. The audition for Edoverse official ambassador VTuber has been held since last week. The application period for the audition is until July 12th, and you can enter through LINE, the famous chat app in Japan. After that, the preliminary round will be streamed on the live streaming app Mixture in July. Finally, 2 Edoverse official ambassadors will be chosen. We are very excited to see what the unique ambassadors will emerge, and we highly encourage everyone to watch the preliminary streams. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Shunta. And Dominique, could you please sum up today's session?
Thank you, Oksana, and hello, everybody. And also, Shunta's just comment was really great, actually. You know, the VTubers coming up in the Edoverse finally. The Kunoichi, the princess, and the samurai, and I don't know what kind of, the VTubers. I hope that they can just promote Edoverse just for the end of the years, and then so they're gonna be in the Edoverse in the future. Yes, once that Edoverse starts. So it is really exciting. And also, the many things just to start from the 1st of July, as everybody mentioned this time. We do the Fortnite games that start at the same time of actually the alpha version or launch of Edoverse space that the landholder can just squeeze into the space. That's very exciting, and also you can just check it. So please wait for a little while, and then. Finally, that on the 7th of July, this is the 7th July is the very, very important day for the monthly insiders. That was actually 1 year past from the last land sale, and the first land sale of Daimyo Koji in the last year. The 7th of July will be the monthly insider. We can summarize the Edoverse project at the end of toward the end of the years, and also the future plan in the futures. And also at the same time, over 7th of on 7th of July, on monthly insiders, we would just announce a new plan of a Tokugawa Hidden Treasure project and the nationwide Japan. It's a real project, the real world project, and not a metaverse. And also metaverse, and then we can report that Fortnite things, and also our alpha version of 3D space and ukiyo-e museum. So and also VTuber too. So we have many things to do. So I'm happy to just coming up actually on the 7th of July, the meetup just over there. And then before we do that, as Mitsushi mentioned, we have a lot of the crypto events. We want to just join that. I participate in many events, including that of the Kyoto conference, and also maybe I think that is kind of polka dots decoded. It's a super big events with the polka dots, and many things that are coming up in July, and then the crypto market is now popping up, and then it's recovering. And also it started from the Bitcoin actually, and as just everybody just mentioned now actually, it's the BlackRock just started the ETF, and then people just really just started really to speak about the Bitcoin net, and then the total market share, the market cap of the crypto market. Now the Bitcoin just exceeded half of things now. It is very interesting, quite just rapid movement, and then the speed is very fast that we have to just catch up. Edoverse is also very the speed is very fast. Actually, we're just developing. So please wait for a little while, and then please enjoy Edoverse. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dominique, and thank you everybody for speaking today, and everybody for listening. We will meet next week. Goodbye.